Hello and welcome to today's quiz where we'll aim to test your music knowledge with 4 rounds, each themed differently. As usual with each theme you will hear 10 songs with the aim of identifying the song title and artist, so 20 points per round. However, the difference today is that I won't be telling you each theme beforehand. You've also got to guess what the theme or connection is between the 10 songs or artists. Some will be obvious and some will seem quite hidden, but try to figure out the theme before the end of the last song in each round. And I think it's fair to give yourself 5 points if you guess the theme. Before we begin though, don't forget to like and subscribe for a bonus point. Good luck!
She ain't got no money, her clothes are kind of funny, her hair is
Starting with Edison Lighthouse, who hit number 1 in the UK, Ireland and New Zealand with Love Grows Where My Rosemary Goes in 1970. There Must Be an Angel hit number 1 in the UK, Norway, Ireland and Finland for Eurythmics in 1985.
Do you ever see the letters that I write? On Nikita, you will never know.
Nikita topped charts in at least 10 countries for Elton John in 1985.
Is it all in that pretty little head of yours? What goes on in that place in the dark?
Elvis Costello co-wrote Veronica alongside Paul McCartney as the song went to top the US alternative charts in 1989.
Fate up against your will. The killing moon will come.
Echo and the Bunnymen's 1984 The Killing Moon was on the soundtrack to the 2001 movie Donnie Darko.
I wanna be tangled and wrapped in your cloud. I wanna be close to your face.
Aziz Am topped charts in at least 19 countries for Ed Sheeran in 2025.
I'd like to know it's more than love at first sight. On a Sunday kind of love.
First composed in 1946, there have been a number of versions of A Sunday Kind of Love, including this Etta James recording from 1947.
Jesus and his lawyer are coming back.
Novocaine for the Soul topped the US and Canadian alternative charts for Eels in 1996.
When the lights turning down, they don't know what they heard. And we're gonna let it burn, 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 burn. We're gonna let it burn, 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 burn.
Ellie Goulding's Burn missed out on 2014 British Single of the Year to Rudimental's Waiting All Night as we move on to the final song.
I'm running down the road trying to loosen my load. I got 7 women on my mind. Take it easy, take it easy.
And finally, Take It Easy was the 1972 debut single for Eagles. So at the end of round 1, we started off with a fairly simple connection where every artist began with the letter E. Moving on to round 2.
Where's your mama gone? Where's your mama gone? Walked out this morning and my
Starting off with Middle of the Road's number 1 version of Chirpy Chirpy Cheep Cheep.
Freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing. Good enough for me and my Bobby, yeah.
Janis Joplin hit number 1 in Australia and the US with her version of Me and Bobby McGee.
Don't punish me with brutality. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, what's going on?
Marvin Gaye's What's Going On is currently ranked at number 6 on the Rolling Stone list of greatest songs.
I remember finding out about you. Day after day.
Welsh group Badfinger had a top 10 hit in Australia, New Zealand, Canada and the US with Day After Day.
I could never see tomorrow.
Can you mend the broken heart?
How Can You Mend a Broken Heart was the first US number 1 hit for the Bee Gees.
But you say it's time we moved in together. Well, that's the way I've always heard it should be. You want
That's the Way I've Always Heard It Should Be was a debut hit for Carly Simon.
We'll be fighting in the streets with our children at our feet. We don't get fooled again.
Won't Get Fooled Again was a top 10 hit in the UK, Canada and Netherlands for The Who.
I rode my bicycle past your window last night. Roller skates, you got a brand new key. I think that we should get
Melanie hit number 1 in the US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand and South Africa with Brand New Key.
I just like the things you do. Cause I love you.
Cause I Love You was the first of 6 UK number 1 hits for Slade as we move on to the final song.
I was born in the wagon of a traveling show. My mama used to dance for the money they'd throw. Gypsies, tramps and thieves, we'd hear it from the people of the town.
And ending the round with Cher's US and Canadian number 1 Gypsies, Tramps and Thieves. So the link for this round was that every song was released in the year 1971. On to round 3.
Where have all the good men gone, and where are all the gods? I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. He's got a
Starting with Bonnie Tyler, who topped the Irish charts with 1984 hit Holding Out for a Hero.
Without you, it's hard to survive. 'Cause every time we touch, I get this feeling, and every time we kiss, I swear.
2005 hit Every Time We Touch topped the Swedish charts for German group Cascada.
Endless pleasure, it was more than any lost in love. Barely recall, but it's all coming back to me now.
Celine Dion's 1996 version of It's All Coming Back to Me Now hit number 1 in Canada and Belgium.
Shady, just a little shady, not in dynamite, dynamite. Sorry, I'm a lady. Sorry, I'm a lady. I would rather be.
Sorry, I'm a Lady topped at least 5 European charts for Baccarat in 1977.
But you're the answer to my prayer. Angels brought me here.
Guy Sebastian hit number 1 in Australia and New Zealand with 2003 debut single Angels Brought Me Here.
Y al ver que ya todo acabó, que no daría. When they began.
Spanish singer Julio Iglesias topped the UK and Irish charts with a 1981 version of a song originally titled Begin the Beguine and written by Cole Porter in 1935.
It's just a silly place I'm going through. I'm not in love, so don't forget it.
Johnny Logan's 1987 version of 10cc's I'm Not In Love was a top 10 hit in Belgium and Ireland.
Do you know what you got? How we don't talk anymore.
Cliff Richard topped charts in at least 9 European countries with We Don't Talk Anymore in 1979.
Be the monster. I love you since this morning. No, just for aesthetic. I wanna touch your body. I wanna be a slave. I wanna be a master. I wanna make your heart beat.
2021's I Wanna Be Your Slave has nearly 1.5 billion streams on Spotify for Maneskin as we move on to the final song.
When you're gone, though I try, how can I carry on? So when you're near me, darling, can't you hear me? SOS.
And ending the round with ABBA's 1975 worldwide number 1, SOS. And the connection for round 3 was that every artist has at some point entered the Eurovision Song Contest. On to the final round.
His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous. You better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go.
Starting with Eminem, who won the first Grammy Award for Best Rap Song with Lose Yourself in 2004.
All of the gun comes and explode into space. Born to be wild.
Born to Be Wild was a Canadian number 1 in 1968 for Steppenwolf.
Think of the tender things that we were working on. Slow change. Don't you forget about me.
Simple Minds reached number 1 in Netherlands, Canada and the US with Don't You Forget About Me.
My huckleberry friend.
Audrey Hepburn won the 1962 Grammy for Record and Song of the Year with Moon River.
I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot. Keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance.
Justin Timberlake's Can't Stop the Feeling was the best-selling song of 2016 in the US.
I'm going where the sun keeps shining through the pouring rain. Everybody's talking at me. I don't hear words.
Originally by Fred Neil in 1966, Nilsson's version of Everybody's Talking hit number 1 in Canada a few years later.
Rich like cream, stronger and harder than a bad girl's dream. That's the power of love. That's the power.
Huey Lewis and the News hit number 1 in Australia, Canada, the US and Japan with The Power of Love.
It's amazing how you can speak right to my heart. When you say nothing at all.
Ronan Keating's 1999 version of When You Say Nothing At All reached number 1 in the UK, Ireland and New Zealand.
Walking through a dream, I see you.
Leona Lewis's I See You was co-written by James Horner, who also wrote Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On, as we move on to the final song. And ending the round with Berlin's 1986 Academy Award-winning Take My Breath Away. And for the final round, the connection was that every song is considered a theme or at least a lead single on a soundtrack to a film. So that's the end of the 4 rounds music quiz. Let me know in the comments how you got on and what you thought of the mystery themes. Thank you very much for playing along. Don't forget to like the video for that all-important bonus point, and I'll see you again soon for another squiz.